they're going to keep bothering you until they mess around and find out. All they have to do is leave you alone, but decide not to. They're always going to find a reason. They're always going to find a why. They're always going to find a way to try and bother you for whatever reason. Leaving you alone to them is not an option. They have to tamper with you. They have to mess with you. They have to F with you. You know what I want to say. They have to bother you and put you under as much pressure as possible. But while you are getting upset and possibly getting angry and mad over the things that are happening, I want you to have hope. And I want you to keep hope. Because regardless of what they're doing, you're going to be able to find a way to mentally get around it. It's irritating and bothersome to constantly have people want to do things to you to try to make you feel some kind of way and ruin your day. It's very annoying, very aggravating. You want to cause harm to them, all right? You want to retaliate, but you know better than that, and retaliating would do you worse than good. It'll mess your life up. It'll ruin what you have going on. Retaliation will put you in a position where you might not be able to come back from. All right? What these people do is not that serious. All right? It gets upsetting, and it gets irritating because it's something that they purposefully try to do, and they do it every chance they get. You go to different areas, it still happens. You go someplace else, you still have to deal with it. It's something you don't want to deal with, but you end up having to deal with it. So how do you deal with things that you don't want to have to deal with? You have to ignore people. You have to act like they don't exist. You have to stay focused on the task at hand. Keep your mind on your current thoughts. Whatever you're thinking, stay focused on that. And just don't give them the power. All right? You have a choice. You have 5 seconds to make a choice every time someone does something annoying or irritating. You have the choice to choose. Is this something that I'm going to let bother me? Am I going to allow myself to be upset over this? People are going to test you throughout the day. That's just life. You have haters. You have people who aren't going to like you. You have people who are going to try to do things to mess with you on purpose just because they can, just because they feel they have the power to, just because they have that much hate in their heart that they don't know how to control it. So what you have to do is you have to let them go, let go what they do, forgive them, and ignore them, and act like they don't exist all in one. Forgiving them will allow you to alleviate the negative energy, and ignoring them will allow you to focus back on yourself or something better, something more positive, because there are some pieces of work out here in this world. There are people who like being jerks, people who like being a-holes, people who like doing things to cause confusion and irritation and to just flat out annoy you for no reason other than I'm going to get on this person's nerves because I can. And those people, they have a lot wrong with them, and they don't want to fix it. All right. But just because they have problems, and just because they don't want to fix them, and just because they're upset, it doesn't mean that you have to have a problem yourself or be upset over what they're doing. Screw them. They suck. All right. They suck, and they're mad at life, and they see you're not, and they want you to join the party, but you're not going to. All right. Just because they suck doesn't mean you have to suck with them. All right. Your life is going to be what you choose to make it. And the more you ignore them, the more you're choosing to make your life better. All right. And not bitter. The more you ignore them, you're choosing to make your life better. All right. The more you're able to let go of what they do, you're choosing to make your life better. All right. If they could just not be here and disappear, it's like certain things would be better, but life's problems wouldn't disappear. So focus on the things that you have to handle in life. Focus on solutions to the things that you want to take care of and fix in life. Because when you do that and you focus on the better, no matter how much they want to make you bitter, you're going to be conquering them. And they're going to be left in the dust, to eat dirt, to eat all right? Because they're not good people. And that's the life they chose. They chose to be a demon. They chose to be a loser. They chose to focus on others and try to destroy them rather than better themselves and do anything with their life. That's what they chose. So you can't be upset over people's choices. People are going to be who they want to be. They're going to try to play games with you. They're going to do things to bother you and get on your nerves. That's just how some people roll. Some people choose to be peaceful. Some people choose to be wussies, all right, and they choose to do things to bother people who have no intention of causing them any harm or any wrong, doing them any wrong. Because all the things that they've done to you, you could have put them to sleep by now, all right? And I know you want to. Trust and believe me. I know you want to take some people off this plane of existence. I know you do. I'm right there with you, all right? I'm a spiritual warrior right there with you. But don't let these people cook your soul and get you all fired up and upset and hot and angry. All right. Don't let them destroy you that way. All right. Don't let them stress you out that way. All right. That's what they want. They want you to have nothing but problems. You want to have nothing but peace. But in life, there is problems, but you have to get through them to get to the peace. All right. Just because you have a problem doesn't mean you have to worship it as being more powerful or greater than you. And these people, mostly what they do is cause problems. That's all they do is cause problems. They want you to look at them like they're big and bad. They want to be a problem in your life. Every time you see them, they want you to frown, put your head down, be discouraged, be upset. But it's not going to happen. All right? You have now found a way to deal with them and what they want to do to you. Now it's more or less of just containing your actions and containing your anger and making sure that you feel good and you feel better despite what it is they're trying to do. And whatever it is they want to do, you know, like people will do things to bother you, right? They'll watch you, they'll harass you, they'll stalk you, they'll do things to get in your way. Basically just overall try and bully you. And I really don't consider it bullying, because if you was to do something to one of them, like I know you would like to, they would stop. But luckily, we could pray that away. We could bless that away. We could send some blessing their way instead of, having disdain or anger for them or frustration for them. Because truth be told, honest to God, truth, they're not worth all that. Losers aren't worth any of your time. Losers aren't worth any of your energy. These people suck. All right? They suck, and they know they suck. They suck at life. They suck at following their dreams. They suck at becoming anything other than a piece of trash. All right? And they know that they're a trashy kind of person. They know that their personality is trash. They know that their life is trash. The world that they created for themselves is trash. And they want somebody else to suffer for it, but it ain't going to be you. It ain't going to be you. You're not suffering for the likes of them. They can go screw themselves. All right? They can go screw themselves with a hot pitchfork, straight out of hell, for all we care. So they're going to keep bothering you until they mess around and find out, because God don't play with you. All right? It's going to be some people that lose jobs for what they did. It's going to be some people that end up financially bankrupt. And we don't wish this on anyone, but you never know what kind of wrath is going to be poured out over these people. You never know how God's going to deal with them. He's creative. All right? They might get the monkeypox. Who knows? All right. Who knows what's going to happen to these people for what they're doing? And we're not even concerned about that. We don't even care what's going to happen to them. All right. We're focused on ourselves and getting our mind off these weirdos and these jerks and these crazy, imbecile-minded people that we don't care what they do. We don't even care what they do around us as long as it's just around us and it's not physically to us, and don't get tripped up in that either, because they'll try and play you like a fool. They'll try and do something to you that's so close, or do something to you to create a feeling so that way you want to lash out and do something to them. All right, they're real good at that, setting you up, causing causing you to display anger from what they do or how they try to treat you. They're real good at messing with people, at playing with your mind and causing you to be upset and angry. That's what they've done their whole life. Their parents have taught them, and I'm sure their parents' have taught them. This stuff is passed down. All right, that's why they all hang around each other. They all befriend each other. They all ain't nothing. They all are nobodies. They all are losers. And because you choose to rise above their idea of what they think of you, because you're either supposed to be a loser too, or supposed to worship them and bow down and engage with them the way they want to energetically, but because you don't, because it's draining to you, and you know that they're losers and they ain't on nothing, and anything that has to do with them is a waste of your time. And you're not going to waste your time just talking to them or just dealing with them, especially if they suck. All right, you don't want any parts of that. You don't want no action when it comes to that. So they gotta hate themselves on their own, away from you, and they're gonna have to deal with the fact that their life sucks on their own. You have no energy to give. You have no anger to give. You have no care in the world when it comes to them. You're not even upset at them anymore. You just don't give a damn about them altogether, 110%. They do something to you now, it's just like whatever. Your mind just quickly goes back on to what it's supposed to. You enjoying your life, you having peace, you not giving a damn about them, what they do, where they go, where they're from, what they got. No one cares, especially you. All right? You don't give a damn about them people, and that's all right. You're not supposed to. All right? People who have to make you care about them or want to make you care about them, they ain't on nothing, and they ain't about nothing, and they ain't gonna never be on nothing or ever be about anything. So you don't have to even worry about that. Don't be concerned over what they're doing. Ignore it. Put your mind back on yourself and keep creating the life that you want for yourself. All right? These losers are just a distraction. And if you let them distract you, they'll consume you, and they'll even sometimes even get you to retaliate because of how mad they could make you. And they try to upset you because they don't like seeing you happy. They don't like seeing you focused. They don't like seeing you be that person that you were created to be. And the hate that they have for you is going to make them act out and do strange things. All right, they're going to behave in a way that's covertly aggressive, and they're going to try to manipulate the situation to where it seems like they're not doing anything. But you know that they're doing something. They're constantly doing it. You're constantly seeing it, constantly having to work your mind around what they're doing. All right, and it's a whole network of people that act like this. They may know each other, they may not. They may be operating under a satanic program to where they just are under Satan's rule, and he tells them what to do and they do it. All right, they get the spirit put on them to go do something demonic or something destructive or something negative to somebody. You don't see them stopping anytime soon. They love what they do. They love the games that they play with people because of the reactions that they get, and it fuels their spirit and it gives them energy and it strengthens them. So what you have to do is just not have a care in the world for them, and to ignore them, and to move away, move on quickly from what they do. When voices of anger and negativity and hate and all that stuff starts popping up in your mind, you have to say, let us go up at once. All right? Like Enoch, I believe somebody went up. I think it was Enoch. All right? Let us go up at once. All right? Somebody went up. All right? But this time, that somebody is you. If you have to go up, you go up. All right. So you can raise yourself to a higher state of consciousness to where these fools and these losers aren't able to affect you, even if it's right there in front of your face. It won't be written all over your face, and you'll be able to play it cool. They won't be able to read you, just like you could read them and how evil they are and the things that they're doing. You're aware of it. Okay, they try to do that to upset me, blah, blah, blah. You're able to pick up on that. They're able to pick up on if you're mad or how you feel over what they did. So that's why when they do certain things, they keep doing it. They know that you're either irritated or upset or angry or mad. So as the saying goes, you can't let these people see you sweat. You just have to let them see you forget. Forget that they ever exist. Forget that they did something to you. Forget that they betrayed you. Forget that they wronged you. All right, forget that they're a bad person. Move on to something better. Focus on what you want. All right, these people don't matter. They're corny. They suck. They're losers. They're mad. You are everything the opposite of that. You're a happy, peaceful, joyful person. And the fact that they have to fight to try to destroy that, and they're targeting you and singling you out because of that, it just shows you how powerful the person that you're choosing to be is. So keep choosing to be the person that you are, because you're amassing a lot of power, and that's why they have to try to take you out. You're too powerful. All right. Everywhere you go, somebody's trying to do something strange. All right. Everywhere you go, somebody's trying to do something strange. It's because, they are trying to destroy certain people that they see out here that have a strong spirit and that are uplifted and that are positive. They don't want that to exist. And they definitely don't want it to exist in you. All right. That's why they spend as much time as they can targeting you out. There are people in public who have a spirit on them that could just see people who are moving in the spirit of the Lord, and people who are moving according to God's grace and his plan for their life. And they have to come after you. They have to do things to bother you because it allows them to have the same type of power that they think you have. All right. It allows them to take your energy and give them strength. So we're not going to be doing that anymore, or giving that to them, or focusing on them. They're not where our energy is going. Our energy is going back to ourselves. We're focused on ourselves. We're focused on our growth. We're focused on ignoring them and keeping our mind off of them so that way we can be happy. The more you focus on what makes you mad, you're going to be mad. The more you focus on them, you're definitely going to be mad. This is someone that is doing something on purpose that you wish would stop. You focus on them, you're going to be so upset. So why put your mind on something that's only going to make you more angry? All right. Don't let these people win, especially when they're losers. You don't let losers win in your life. They're losers. All right. You don't let people who are already lost, who are already mad, defeated, heated, and beated. You don't allow those people to get to you. We may not have known before, but now we're figuring it out. We don't allow those people to get to us. They were able to in the past. We moved past that. So now that we're where we are, we just have to get over the past. We have to get over the things that happened, so that way we can move on to what we want, move on to our future, which is the present moment, which is now. All right, don't let these people control your moment, your mind, your future. Don't let them control any of that. Wherever your attention goes and your consciousness flows, that's what you're paying attention to. And even if you're paying attention to them mentally, they're zapping you they're zapping you energetically on the energy level, on the spiritual level. All right, a lot of these people are psychic vampires, and they know that what they do will have a lasting impact. So don't let people have a lasting impact on you that you wouldn't want to. Don't let them impact you like that. Some people are just awful and terrible, and that's what they choose to do. Some people choose to be doctors. They want to help people. Some people choose to be lawyers, officers. All right. And then you'll have people in those fields who also choose to be corrupt. There are some people who choose positivity and correctness, and there are people who choose negativity and corruption. And some people, they just get off on being corrupt because you could tell their works. You could tell who they are by their works, and you could see their father is the devil. All right. God created us all but he's not all our father. Some people choose Satan as a stepdad, you know. Some people choose the devil as a stepdad. All right, but but because they choose the devil as a stepdad, they're gonna end up getting stepped on. All right, demonic stepchildren get stepped on. All right, they ain't nothing but a thrown away stepchild until they walk back into the open arms of the Lord. All right, so people are gonna do what they want. We have to accept that, and we have to move on. All right, you have to move on with life and just accept that. Hey, I'm a good person, but there are some really rough people out here that purposely want to, be a-holes. But luckily there's still some good people out here, and I'm one of them. So take pride in the fact that you're not one of them. All right, meaning just pat yourself on the back. Don't think you're better than them, or don't think you're better than anybody, because you could just easily be like them. All right, so, and that's not what we want to be. We don't want to be turned into them by any means necessary, in any shape or form or way possible. We don't want to be turned into them. They hate their life. They suck. That's not us. All right. We don't want that type of energy. They can keep that. All right. And they're going to keep it. But the thing is, when they want to share it with you, you have to be able to keep your peace. You got to be able to keep your peace with all the noise campaigns, with all the harassment, with all the warfare waged against the mind. There are certain people that wherever they go, whenever they do something, somebody's trying to affect them. All right. So if you have that type of life to where people are always reminding you of the hate that they have for you, you are going to have to find a way to be able to let a lot of things go, and be able to find a way to work your mind, so that way you could bring it back to where it's supposed to be, away from where they're trying to take it and take you. They're trying to take you into a dark place. They're trying to take you into a state of depression. They're trying to take you into a state of hopelessness, where you'll give up on life and possibly, end it all. We're too strong for that. They're not ready for this battle. We may get tired. We may need some rest, but we're never going to quit. And we're never going to be what they want. So the devil can use them all they want. They can be as evil as they want, as demonic as they want. We're going to stay strong. All right? Because that's all that's left for us to do. We're going to stay strong. We're going to win, and we're going to defeat them. They don't stand a chance. With whatever power they have, or whatever tricks they have up their sleeve, they still don't stand a chance. Whatever they throw at you, all it's going to become is a new strategy for you to overcome. That's it. Whatever they do is just, you're learning from them. You're learning how to be unaffected by the weird things that they do. So keep learning. Learn, baby, learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. And the more you learn, you'll be able to solve problems for yourself and other people. All right? Let these people work for you. Let these people push you to greater and more positive things. Let these people push you to more love. Let these people push you to become your greatest version. All right, let these people push you to reach your higher self and all your goals and dreams. All right, let these people push you to become the best person that you could possibly be. All right, take what they do and use it against them. They're trying to break you down. Use it to build you up. Anybody that tries to do anything to you in any kind of negative way, always turn it around for yourself and turn it into something positive. You have the power to do that. All they have the power to do is think negative. Your power is greater than theirs. They're trying to put, the devil wants you to think that they're greater than you, but they're not. They could never be greater than you, no matter how much they try. They're going to lose. They're not going to be successful. Their mission is going to be incomplete. They're going to fail. They're going to fail. And they're not going to be able to get the job done. Thank God for that. You are going to be able to remain unbothered. All right. They're going to find out. All right. God is going to pour out his wrath on them, and they're going to see just what they did, how it's going to affect their life, and what it's going to end up doing to them. All right. Their future is not looking too bright. Things aren't looking too good for our enemies. Things are looking better for us and worse for them each and every day. All right. We pray for the downfall of our enemies, and we pray that they never reach a level to where we're headed. I'll see you in the next one. We out.